So today we are building I guess you'd call it a bench for storage for the wife underneath a window in our master bedroom. So here we are in the bedroom, as you can see, and this used to be a garage. So what I did is I closed it in, put in a wall here where the garage door used to be, and 45'd it out, put a little bay window here. And today is one of the to-do list things that I need to get done. So we're going to build a storage and also bench right here so that we can lay out here in front of the window and read a book or whatever. And it's going to have a hinge on it so that I can get in and out of it. We can put, you know, pillows and comforters and sheets and whatever in it. But so it's going to be about the height, as you see the bottom of the baseboard there, and so it should be just about right for sitting down on, and then it's going to come all the way out to where these 45s come out to right here. So let's get started. So what I did was I took and used a level to get the a straight edge, basically. The level I didn't use, but to check and make sure the ground was level. But anyway, what I did is I used paper, construction paper, to cut my angles so that I knew I had the right angle. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna build a wall, a knee wall. Basically is a small short wall that's gonna go from one side to the other in the front, and then the back side of the storage is gonna just sit on top. The top part's going to sit on top of that 2x4 that's in there, on top of those bricks. So here I got, let me turn you around. So here I have my top measurements and how high they are. Oh, yeah, that one's already got the measurement. So, and then my angles, I know which side they are, and then the length and the height. So we're going to start cutting these boards and try to get them put together today and hopefully get it finished today. Alright guys, so we got all the wood cut here, and I went ahead and just cut it off camera, so I'll waste y'all's time with a bunch of cutting the wood and everything. I'm trying to cut these films down a little bit so they don't draw out so long. Anyway, so I got the wood cut and everything laid out here, and as you can see, I marked my 16s as I've showed y'all before in other videos. So I marked all these with 16s and got them laid out here, and I'm just going to nail everything together, and then I'll take it inside the house because it's a little wonky. It's not the same at the top as it is the bottom, so we'll take it inside and then I'll show you in there what it looks like once I get it in there. And we'll have to nail the bottom or the end pieces, the end wood, once we get it in there, so I can, because they're not going to be level up and down, vertical, because the concrete wall in there is not level. So once I get it in there, I'll show you what I'm talking about, and we'll get that all settled and straightened out, and we'll go through that whole deal. So I'm just gonna go finish nailing this all together, and all right guys, all right guys, we got it all nailed together here, and it looks like a big long ladder. But anyway, we're gonna go ahead and get it up and in the house, and you can see the notches I made, the angles. Each side has a different one. These end pieces we're not gonna nail in yet. They'll go in here like this once we get everything up there in the house. We'll figure out the right angles and everything, but first I'm gonna get it in there, and after that we'll figure out how they need to go. All right, here's the wall in place. It actually went in and fit a lot better than I thought it was going to, and I put a piece of 1/2 inch on one side already, and if you look on the inside, I drilled holes and used concrete tap con screws to screw it to the concrete underneath the carpet to hold it in place. And once I get the next piece up, I'll show you what comes next. Alright, so I got part of the plywood on, and the back piece that the hinge will go on. And as you can see, you can pretty get a good idea of where I'm going with this. So of course, I ran the plywood all the way to the ends. So now I basically glued this plywood to the concrete, and then we're gonna put plywood all the way to the ends, all the way down there, and then so there'll be another piece here that goes all the way to the end, and then same thing over here. And I'll have to take a router and route out this little spot right here so that this plywood sits right over top of that without a big old hump in it. But yeah, so this is our hinge that we'll be using, one of them. I'm gonna have to get another one because this one's not exactly long enough, and it's big enough. It's going to be a big enough door to need two. So as you can see, I had to break the board right there because that's 8 foot to there, and then added more onto there. And you can see that's where the stud is on the other side there. And that took a little bit of cutting to get those pieces just right because nothing's square over here. Not like it's supposed to be. It should be 45s, but didn't work out quite so well. But I do have a gap right there, but you'll never see it because there'll be quarter round that goes all the way around everything once we're done, and it'll cover up all those cracks, so it'll look nice and pretty. So till next time, I'll show you how we finish it out. Thanks, guys. All right, guys, we finally almost got it to a completion point. So I got this built. Basically, the way I did it is I put a hinge in here, and this is actually wood. It's not particle board like this. Wood is here, and then what I did is I put a hinge in there so I can pick it up and get into it from here. So I had to put some bracing in here for the plywood. And I'm thinking I may have to put one in the center here, but I'm not sure yet. But that'll support that and also support somebody sitting on it. But I'm a little worried about the middle. I may have to put a brace in the middle too. I'm not sure yet, but that is where we're at now. And now I'm gonna start doing the trim on the front and finish out the plywood on the top. This part here, I'm gonna have to use the router and router out a little bit so that concrete will fit down in there. This side's not as bad. It's actually came out pretty flush, but there's a little groove right there at the beginning that I'm gonna have to try to router out of that piece of plywood there, just a little bit. And then once I get done with that, then I'll start doing our trim, which is going to be this board here, and I'll show you that as I go. But she's almost ready for paint. As soon as we get all this trim done and this last piece of plywood, small pieces here, we'll be ready to go. All right, guys, we are in the getting to the end of this 3-day project here. And I got all the trim done, and I am ready, almost ready for paint. I just got to caulk around all the quarter round I put in. And as you can see, I like to use the wood filler in the screw holes and stuff, and then sand it down. It just looks a lot better to me when it's all done, so you don't see any holes. The caulk doesn't really work that well because it's just gonna leave a little divot, you know, in the paint, and you'll be able to notice it. And any off cracks or anything I had, I used wood filler in them, and it hardens pretty quick, so you can sand it right down. But we're gonna go ahead and get started caulking and get this thing painted. It's the first coat. What's up, guys? So we are done finally. As you can tell, I got paint all over me. And the wife's sleeping. You can probably hear her snoring in the background. And so let's take a look at it. I'm really actually happy with how it turned out. I can't always say that with every project I do, but this one actually turned out exactly like I planned, which is really good when that happens, because not all projects turn out exactly the way I planned. But this one did, and I got it painted, and everything's done. Hope you guys liked it. I'm pretty excited about it. Really actually pretty stoked about it right now, because it turned out perfect. I mean, I really didn't expect it to turn out as good as it did, because I had some things I had to tackle with behind on the back side of there to there to there, because it wasn't exactly level, and I had to put a 2x4 in there and rip it down because it couldn't be 2 inches. So, but I got it painted and got it done tonight. This is the 3rd night I've been working on it. And the wife's over there sleeping. She wasn't happy about it. And she claims she doesn't snore, so we got it proof. Proof is in the pudding right now. So, but anyway, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share with all your friends if you like this video. Thanks, guys. Bye.